Alright, let's start 1.7. The first objective is use the commutative and associative properties. So we know for the commutative rule, we know both addition and multiplication have that rule. So for addition, a plus b equals b plus a. So we can change the order, right? The same thing for multiplication. A times b is just the same thing as b times a. So we have these two rules. And for the associative property, also both addition and multiplication have this rule. For addition, we can a plus b plus c equals a plus b plus c, like that. We can do the b plus c first, then do the remaining part. The same thing for the a times b times c. We can do this. We can change the order to do the b times c first, then do the remaining part. So we can try some examples. So for this four statement, so if we want to use the associative rule, how can we complete this statement? Associative property. So for the first one, we know we can change the order. We can do it like this. We can do 5 plus 4, then plus 6. For the second one, we can do 2 times 5 first. Okay, and for this one, we can do n minus 9 part first. And for the last one, we can do x times y times 12. But we can do y times 12 first. Okay. So this part is really easy. We can quickly pass this one. Then we check objective B. It's about distributive rule. This one is just mix the multiplication and the addition together. Then we say this is the rule. A times B plus C. It's just like A times B plus A times C. Okay, that's the basic rule. Let's try to do some example. So 2 times x first. Then if here is plus, I still keep plus. Then we do it again. 2 times y. Let's check this one. So the negative I times the first numbers in the parentheses times negative 3. Okay, if here is plus, I still keep plus. Then negative times the second term in the parentheses. It's 2z. So negative, negative is positive. Okay, plus negative 5 times 2z, that will be negative 10z. So our answer will be just 10 minus 10z. Okay, so let's check another example. Negative 3 plus x minus w. Because outside of the parentheses, I just get one negative sign. So you can treat it as like negative 1 times the whole parenthesis. Then you will find you just change the sign of original number in the parentheses. So if it's positive, it will be negative. And plus x will be like minus x. And negative, you realize if you just put the negative sign outside of the parenthesis, each term just change the sign. So positive to be negative, plus will be negative, negative will be plus. Okay, it's just like that. Let's check the identity and the inverse property. And the inverse. So basically a plus 0 is just a. 0 plus a is still a. So this is called identity property for addition. For the multiplication, it's just a times 1 equals a, or 1 times a equals a. So this is the identity property for addition and multiplication. And the inverse for addition is just the opposite. So we know a plus negative a is equal to 0. But the inverse for multiplication is a times 1 over a equals 1. But for this one, a is not equal to 0. Because if a equal to 0, then 1 over a does not exist. Okay, guess that's all for 1.7.